Alright, we're going to be taking a look at this Syma, whatever it's called, X11C air cam 4-channel remote control quadcopter. It's got a camera on board. It's not real good, but it's a camera. Mine's in red. It comes in 3 colors. And we're going to compare it to Aerocraft quad. It's very similar to this, but not the same, later in the video. Anyway, here's the Syma. Pull it out of the box. Comes with a manual. Comes covered. It's got the quad. Quad comes with prop guards. It's got the radio controller. Pretty heavy little thing. Doesn't feel too cheap. It's got extra props. It's got a USB. No, that's a battery charger. It's got a battery charger, and it's got a USB card reader. So it's a pretty complete kit. Looking at the quad itself, the battery tucks in back there. It's got a SD card down there. No on-off switch. Plug it in. It's ready to go. Well, after you bind it to the transmitter. The props are held on by screws, and it's a gear drive. It's not a direct drive. Looks like a pretty complete little package, and we'll fly it in a little while. This little puppy, it's pretty responsive. Oh, I don't want to fly it right into my wife. I have to actually have it lined up right, or I'm going to go crooked. Alright, let's get it flying around. I think it's in mode 1, or the easy mode right now. I'll hit the button and see what happens. Yeah, this is the more responsive mode right here. It flits about like a insect. I can turn the camera on while it's in flight. It's pretty cool. Kind of hard to get it to hover, I noticed. Now it's going to take a video. Okay, right now it's taking video. It's got a flashing red light on it. I can hit that button again, turn the video off. Now it's not video. Now I can do a still photo. Whoa. Okay, still photo. Just took one when it went red. So it does video, and it flies pretty good, but it seems like it's always in head-free mode. I'm not sure if that's what it is or not. I haven't really used the yaw very much. A little spin on the yaw axis is really good. Whoa. I'm not the best pilot, but I'm getting better. And when the battery goes dead, it just drops out of the sky. So you got to keep an eye on the flashers. And I'm going to land it now and be done. Alright, that Syma X11C quadcopter comes with an instruction. An instruction manual that's written in Chinglish. If you know what Chinglish is, you'll know what I'm talking about. So gives you important instructions, but you got to be able to read into the errors in the translation between Chinese and English, and it's all through the manual. I mean, it just, everything about it, it's like silly trying to read it. But anyway, it is what it is. It's a Chinese helicopter, and it comes with a Chinese manual. Okay, I'm going to do a quick comparison here with the Syma that I showed earlier to this Aerocraft. They got the fancy schmancy box and everything, and it's a really neat looking craft and everything. 2.4 gigahertz, and you'd think it'd be really nice. And you open the box, everything's packaged real nice. It looks like a nice little thing, but then when you get into it and you pick up the craft, you realize, hey, wait, there's no extra props. There's no battery charger, card reader, a radio, which is a little nicer than the Syma, in my opinion. This radio is a little bit more expensive. Hard to get out, hard to hold on to. Okay, so there's the box. It came with the instruction book. I already took that out and looked at it, and it says it has a battery charger, but mine came without one. So beware. If you buy this eBay, it's called Aerocraft 2.4 gigahertz quadcopter. It's a little thing. It's not big. Beware, they don't come with a battery charger. So if you don't have another one like this, you're SOL. And fortunately, I had another one, so I'm able to continue the review. I'm going to fly it in a minute. I've been flying it, and my dog walked in front of it and it fell down and it bent a prop, so I've got a white line in my prop already. And this is just the first day I owned it. And they don't give you spare props. Then I started flying it. I went through a couple batteries, and by the end of the second battery, one of the black props is coming off. Just comes off in flight. So what happens is the prop goes flying up, hits the ceiling, craft goes falling down, hits the floor. So might have to put a little bit of super glue on it or something. I don't know, something to keep it on the damn shaft, because it comes off the shaft, and there's not another one to replace it with. So beware flying this little thing outdoors, because if the prop comes off and you're flying outdoors, you'll probably never see it again. Anyway, it's nicer looking. It has an on-off switch, has a SD card slot, and actually has a door to plug all the wires in with, and the batteries in there. And it's nicer looking craft than the Syma, but no prop protector. Props fly off. They're not bolted in place like the other ones. The ones on the Syma are actually screwed in. So the only thing nicer about this one is seems like the radio is a little nicer. Oh great, now it's not coming on. Huh. So there's my next problem. I gotta figure out what's going on with this cheap radio. Goofy display, doesn't really show you a whole lot of info, and it's got a little blinking light. When the craft binds up and it's ready to fly, this stops blinking. And it's got a light switch, photo, and video switch, and all three of those work. And this is the flip switch here. I haven't done that yet. And then this is you get 3 different channels or speeds. They call it speeds. Just affects the handling on it. So there it is working. Okay, I'm going to do a little flight test with this Syma, or this, it's not the Syma, it's the other one, the Aerocraft. We're going to do a little flight test with it, get it up in the air, and do a couple flips with it and stuff, and here it goes. Recentering the transmitter so it flies right. There we go, that's the better. Now we're going to do a flip. to the side flip. Do one the other way, hopefully. Now this is the slow mode. It's real unreactive. Speed it up into the next mode. There it handles a little better. Steers quicker. You put it into the third mode, it's a jackrabbit. Throttle responds different, and pitch roll stick responds differently. Well, that's enough of that. Okay, up close, these two quadcopters, little mini copters, look pretty much the same. They're exactly the same size prop span, but there's a huge difference in the way they handle, the way they're built, and they both cost about the same. So this one here is kind of, it doesn't handle quite right. It's top heavy, and it's really jittery in the air. Unless you put it on low setting, then it's a slog. It doesn't want to move. Props are starting to come off now. This one of them, either this one or that one, just blew off, and the crash fell out of the air and crashed because of it. I'm thinking maybe a drop of super glue or something to hold it in place. I'm not real impressed with the Aerocraft. The motors are direct drive right to the props. There's the big difference between the two. And the Syma, whatever it is, it's got little motors encased down in a pod. It turns out to be the landing gear. And it's gear drive. It's got a whole different prop, kind of prop. The prop, I don't know what you call it. The rake is different. The pitch is different, I believe. This one doesn't have as many modes to fly in. This has got like 3 or 4 speeds. This one's only got 2, but between the 2 speeds, it's enough with this one. This one seems smoother too. I don't know why. It's definitely tough. There's one problem with these prop protectors. If you fly up and you get, the wind grabs it and goes in a tree, these things are going to hook onto a branch, and you're going to have trouble getting it off the branch like I did earlier today. But to the thing's credit, it survived a 100-foot free fall out of the tree after I shot an arrow up and put a line over it, shook the branch, and got it to come down. Anyway, if I had my choice and I had to buy one or the other, I would go with this one. This one's way sweeter.